Okay. Ask your friends to join fast. I'm sharing PPT 5.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, बच्चे.
Ma'am, good morning.
Good morning, beta. PPT 5. Okay. I'm sharing the screen. Just check which part you are telling me because
Ma'am, PPT 5 case 2 only.
Yes, ma'am.
just
Case 2 में doubt है.
now I hope it is visible to you.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Ma'am, same here. I also have a doubt in this one.
Now I want to know your doubts. What is your doubt?
हाँ,
Ma'am,
मेरे
please
case 2
explain
समझ ही
the
नहीं आया.
What समझ नहीं आया बच्चे?
ma'am, please explain the second, third, and fourth point.
Okay. So just focus on this. Hmm. We have the first condition is satisfied that the rank is same, right? The rank of A and the rank of augmented matrix is R. Now, this is the basic condition of consistency. So that I hope no doubt in it. This is the condition of consistency.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there are two possibilities. Either the rank is equal to the number of unknowns or variables, right? Or it should be n. I don't know why it is n. Okay. So if it is equal, then it has unique solution. Yesterday or whatever previous class, whenever we had, I had shown you what does it mean that you will have unique solution. Like you did two, when you were doing two variables, then you had equation, linear equations, and you know that when you are having two lines, either both the lines are intersecting or both the lines are parallel. So if you are getting two distinct equation, you were getting unique solution. This was unique point. Is it okay or not? I repeat
Yes,
myself.
ma'am.
Understood? So when your rank, you can see this otherwise also. Suppose you have rank of the augmented matrix and the rank of the matrix as 3. I'm just doing it in echelon form to make it easy. Suppose you have this situation. Okay, all are zeros. Just try and figure out. Okay, x, y, and z, and this is equal to some ABC, any ABC. Right? Now this is in echelon form. The rank of augmented matrix is 3. This should also be something like this. Just a minute. And here you will have, let me clear it to make it visible to you. I want you to focus on the equation. It is easy if we try and understand with the help of an equation. Now this is your equation. All right. Let's try and figure it out. Here A is this, B is this. So this is your augmented matrix. Okay. Now when you were solving it, you got, here the rank was, this one we had done, I think. The rank was 2. No, we have to take the question in which the rank was, I'm taking this question. Okay, here the rank is 3. Then I'll explain question number 2 to you. First you understand question number 3. You have this equation, you have made this augmented matrix. This is the augmented matrix part. You tried to convert it in echelon form. I'm not focusing how you have converted in echelon form. I'm assuming that you know how to convert it in echelon form, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now it is converted in echelon form, and this is the echelon form of augmented matrix. This is the echelon form. Okay. Now, when you focus only on the matrix, this matrix has rank as 3. And when you focus on the augmented matrix, obviously the rank of augmented matrix is also 3, because you are getting 3 non-zero rows. Right? How many variables you have? You have variables 3.
3.
So what you are getting R is equal to n situation. Okay. Now let us see what will be the solution in this case. See, when you try and solve this, what we are doing, you have this see, this is your simplified matrix. Just a minute. 0, 1, 12 by 5, 0, 0, 1, x, y, z, and this is equal to 16, 3, 5. Is this understood or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will try and back substitute it. When you multiply this, what are the equations that you are getting? You are getting x plus 4y plus 9z equals to 16. This is your first equation. Y plus 12 by 5 z equals to 3 and z is equal to 5. This is the third equation. Okay. Now we will try and back substitute to get the solution. Just see. When you substitute z here, what you are getting? Y plus 12 by 5 into 5 is giving us 3. So 5 cancelled. Y is minus 9. Z is 5. Now we will put it in the first equation. I'm writing first equation here. X plus 4 into minus 9 plus 9 into 5 is 16. So x minus 36 plus 45 is 16. X is equal to, here what will you get? You will get plus 9. So that is 7. Right? So what you have observed, when rank is equal to the number of variables, then the solution that you are getting is unique. And when will you check this situation? When you have the condition of consistency fulfilled, that this is holding and this is equal to R and this R is equal to N. Think of it, figure it out, think of it. Is this understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very clearly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Now let's go back to the condition.
Just
that
one more question.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, like we have a matrix and we have to make an augmented matrix. So if we need to
Yes.
check the ranks, so we need to check them separately, right? We have to check the
No.
first.
No. You will check it. See, I want to show you this. Just a minute. 1 second. See, when you are finding the rank for augmented matrix, the thing that you are converting to echelon form is the A part, this part. This is your A. Okay. We try and convert A in echelon form, and this fourth column works accordingly. For example, if you are changing R1 and R3, then this will move on its own because this whole thing acts as one matrix.
Okay, ma'am. So we need not to include it in the echelon form. We just need to swap
We
it.
will
Or
focus only on A, and whatever we do
okay.
in A, we do that in the last column as well.
Okay.
Like if you are changing R1 and R3, this is your R1 and this is your R3, then you are changing this as a whole. So what is happening? 1, 4, 9 from A and 16 from this. So this acts as a one row. But our focus is only on this part. This part. Whatever we do to this part, same will follow in this. That's all.
Okay, ma'am.
Like if you are doing R1 minus R2, then you will proceed from here to here. That's it. But the thing that you are converting in echelon form is A. Because if A is converted in echelon form, this will follow. I'll show you what it does it mean. Just a minute. Suppose you have this situation. I want you to focus on this question. This one. See what is happening. When you have converted this in echelon form, this part. See, this is echelon form, right? This is echelon form. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
The last column follows. What will be echelon form for this? Obviously this only. This part only.
Yes, ma'am.
Doesn't matter what you have here. Now the question is, if you are not getting 0 here, that means what you are getting is inconsistent. And I had explained it to you that day. What does it mean? I am repeating it. Listen carefully. See this carefully.
Okay.
Suppose you have this in non-zero format. Suppose instead of this, you got this. And here you are getting non-zero value. Suppose you have this, right? When you convert it, see what will you get? You will get 2, 2 minus 3, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, x, y, z. This is 1, 0, 1. Right? Now you
Okay,
try and
ma'am. Sorry,
compare
I
the
remember.
equation.
I remember, ma'am. I remember. Sorry.
That's what I was telling you. You will get 0 equals to 1, which is not possible.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it is the condition of inconsistency. Got that?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
So
Thank
it
you.
is important that whatever rank you are getting for A, you should get same rank for augmented matrix. Otherwise, that is a condition of inconsistency.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So now I want you to focus on the
मैम
next question that, yes, ask.
मैम अगर कोफिशिएंट मैट्रिक्स में चेंज गए हैं तो हमें जो वेरिएबल मैट्रिक्स है जो ए बी एंड सी मैट्रिक्स जो है जो बी मैट्रिक्स है बेसिकली उसमें भी हमें चेंज करना होगा.
जब आप ऑगमेंटेड मैट्रिक्स लिखते हो, listen
नहीं
this
मैम
carefully.
ऑगमेंटेड मैट्रिक्स नहीं. अगर हम
What is
लोग
augmented matrix? Listen carefully. What is augmented matrix? It has A and it has B.
यस मैम.
Whatever you are doing with A, same thing you are doing with B. Yes or no?
यस मैम.
So that
लेकिन
means
जैसे एक क्वेश्चन था सॉल्विंग द लीनियर इक्वेशन जो कल किया था हम लोगों ने, उसमें केवल हम लोगों ने ए मैट्रिक्स में चेंज किए थे और फिर जो लास्ट मैट्रिक्स थी बी मैट्रिक्स उससे इक्वेट किया था, लेकिन उसमें साइज जीरोस थे, वो कंसिस्टेंट थी.
बेटा वो homogeneous था.
यस मैम.
Homogeneous has no B. Means it's all null vector, null
वही मैं
values.
मैम, लेकिन अगर वहाँ पे
नहीं, दोनों
वैल्यूज
कंपेयर
होती.
मत करो. हाँ चलो, वहाँ वैल्यू होती तो it won't be homogeneous, right?
यस मैम, देन वी हैव टू चेंज दैट बी मैट्रिक्स एज वेल.
I'm repeating, listen carefully. If B has non-zero values, then it comes to non-homogeneous part. If B has zero value, it comes to homogeneous part. And if you have something only zeros, suppose you have 1, 2, 2, 3, and 0, 0. Nothing will change in this column. Whatever you do with these.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why we don't write augmented matrix when we have when we are dealing with homogeneous. So this question doesn't come there. Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
When you are dealing with non-homogeneous matrix, non-homogeneous system of equation, then only this comes into picture. And why we are able to equate the reduced matrix with the original one? Because we have learned that when you are applying elementary transformations, it doesn't change the output of the matrix. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's focus on, you had whatever problems you had. Let's see. Just a minute. Now see this. Now, what is your M cross N? M cross N is your matrix A. Okay? Your A is M cross N matrix. Just remember this. Now, if R is less than M, what is your M? M represents number of rows. Number of rows means how many equations you have. Is this okay or not? And N represents number of columns. A number of columns represent how many unknowns you have or the variables you have. Think about it. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So just
Yes, ma'am.
writing it for your reference that M is number of equations or N is number of variables. Number of variables. Now see this. If R is less than M, means what is the rank is less than the number of equations. Then in the process of reducing the augmented matrix to echelon form, M minus R equations will be eliminated. Are you understanding this? Now I want you to focus on the where you had rank 2 and M was 3, right? The first example that we did. How many rows were eliminated? Last row, that was 3 minus 2, that is 1. The last row was 0, 0, 0. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is just an understanding. You will get to know about it once you calculate the rank. So it is just an intermediate step, nothing much to worry about it. Now next thing is this. If R is C, from these R equations, the values of some R unknowns can be expressed in terms of the remaining N minus R unknown. We have discussed about it yesterday, and I hope you are comfortable in this. All right? Like if you are getting just one equation, then rank is 1, number of unknowns are 2. That means one variable has to be treated as arbitrary. And that you can got 2 minus 1, that is 1. Right? So this is saying the same thing. If you have R equations and if you have N unknowns, then N minus R unknowns have to be chosen arbitrarily. So this we had discussed yesterday. Now the next thing. If R is less than N, then N minus, same thing, it is being repeated, so I don't want to take this. If M is less than N, this is important for you to realize. if number of equations are less than the number of variables, then obviously r is less than or equal to m and n minus r is greater than 0. That means you will definitely get infinitely many solutions. Like in this question, what was your m? You had just one row, two columns, right? So m was less than n. And in that situation, r can be at the most equal to m. You cannot get more than mr, right? Because you are finding the rank as number of non-zero rows. So it depends on how many rows you have. Is this acceptable or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Rank depends on how many rows you have. So rank can never exceed the number of rows. At the most, it can be equal to the number of rows, right? So if your m is less than n, then be sure that you will have infinitely many solutions. If your m is greater than n, then you have to be sure that you will find m minus n 0 rows. Okay, so these are the intermediate steps that you will get across once you start solving the questions. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So let us take, there was one example I wanted to focus on. We did this example. This was easy. Now I want to, had we discussed this example yesterday? I am not clear because I teach two sections. I forget which one is there.
No, ma'am, we did
No,
not
I
do
think
that.
we have not done.
Okay.
No.
No, ma'am.
So let's try and understand whatever concepts you have learned yesterday, we will be applying it according to the cases that we find. Now the question states, find the value of A and B for which this system has different things, unique solution, infinitely many solution, and no solution. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to convert the matrix, augmented matrix, in echelon form, and let's see what has happened. I want you to focus on this. Just check and solve. This is the augmented matrix part. This is augmented matrix, okay? Though you have unknowns like A and B here, our focus is to make this in echelon form, okay? So like these are the operations that is being done. As I had told you, we move in L direction, right? We want to make this 0, then this 0. This is already 0. Maybe it will change, that we don't know. But the focus is to make this two zeros, right? So whatever operation you apply that and get 0. For example, you can write R2 goes to R2 minus 4R1. So when you do R2 minus 4R1, this will be 0, this will be a minus 12, and this will be 1 minus 0, and this will be minus 4, right? This row is understood. Now here you have 2, so R3 goes to R3 minus 2R1. So this is 0, minus 6, 3, and so on. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's proceed. Next is, we have to make just a rearrangement, nothing else, because if we rearrange, this A will come down, and we have to shift this in some positive way, in some possible way. We want to make this 0 if we can, because we have to convert it in upper triangular matrix. Whether you do this or you don't do this doesn't matter. Whatever suits you, you can do. Like I avoid fractions. Okay. So suppose you have to make it 1. So divide it by this. If you don't want to make it 1, doesn't matter. It's fine. So let us try and solve this. When you simplify, see, when you have made it 1, then you can multiply this by A minus 12 and subtract from here. No problem. We have to make this 0. We are interested in making this 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So multiply R2 by A minus 12 and then subtract it from R3. So it is R3 minus this. R3 is changing. Right? Because we are converting it in upper triangular form. So when you do this, this will become 0. Whatever you have here, you write it down and write it down. Okay. Now what we have got, this is our final matrix. Is this matrix clear to you? Just try and focus on this matrix, this part. Now you have this situation. That first two, I'm writing it so that you see this more clearly. 1 0 0, 3 1 0, 0 minus half, A by 2 minus 5. This is your A. And then 1 minus B minus 2 by 6. 1 by 6, AB minus 12B minus 2A. This is the final matrix. Now if we want to get unique solution, that means the rank of the matrix should be equal to 3. Is it okay or not? When rank of A equals to n, then you get unique solution.
Yes, ma'am.
And rank of A is equal to rank of augmented matrix. इसमें कोई doubt नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay? If rank of A is equal to rank of augmented matrix, that means this should not be 0. Is this fine? This should not be 0. If we are interested in unique solution. So what will you do? A by 2 minus 5 should not be 0. That means A should not be 10. If A is not 10, then rank of A is 3. Hence, unique solution. Is this okay or not? Think a bit, because you definitely get this kind of question and it comes for 8 to 9 marks. Is this understood?
Yes, ma'am.
If anyone has any doubt, you can ask right now.
मैम एक बार लास्ट पार्ट एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिएगा.
We have just discussed the case that if you want unique solution, what is the requirement? The requirement is rank of A should be rank of A by B and should be equal to the number of variables. That was the condition. R was equal to N.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? How many variables you have here? N is 3. That means you want R as 3.
Yes, ma'am.
If you want R as 3, that means this can't be 0. Because if this will become 0, this has to become 0. If this is 0, this has to be 0. And if this is 0, then rank will be 2. And you won't get unique solution.
मैम वो पार्ट 0 क्यों होगा?
अगर 0 नहीं होगा तो ये होल्ड नहीं करेगा ना.
ओके.
अगर ये 0 हो गया और ये 0 नहीं हुआ तो रैंक ऑफ ऑगमेंटेड मैट्रिक्स रैंक से ज्यादा हो गई ना. फिर
यस मैम.
कंसिस्टेंसी की ये बेसिक कंडीशन है ना. आर यू क्लियर?
दो केस बन जाएंगे ना, एक जिसमें A 10 के इक्वल नहीं है और दूसरा जिसमें A और B दोनों 0 है.
वो बात की बात है. अभी हम यूनिक सोल्यूशन देख रहे हैं. यूनिक सोल्यूशन के लिए हमें रैंक 3 चाहिए. कीप दैट इन माइंड. एंड इफ वी वांट रैंक 3, दिस कांट बी 0 because
Yes,
if
ma'am.
it becomes 0, the rank will become 2. Is this accepted?
Yes, ma'am.
So the condition for unique solution is this, that this should not be 0. Doesn't matter what it is. It may be 0, may not be 0. Doesn't matter. But this can't be 0. So if this can't be 0, that means A can't be 10. So that is the condition for unique solution. All right. Now let's see the next case. Let me clear this. Now the second situation is when you are interested in getting infinitely many solutions. If you want infinitely many solutions, that means you want the rank less than 3. If R is less than n, then you get infinitely many solutions. That means you don't want rank of A as 3. So next possibility, obviously the rank can be 2. That means because here you are not getting any A or B or anything, right? So the next condition is rank of A is 2 when two things should hold. A by 2 minus 5 is 0 and 1 by 6 AB minus 12B minus 2A is 0. Is this understood or not? Think about it.
Yes, ma'am.
The moment you said that this should be 0, this has to be 0 for consistency. Keep this thing in mind. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood? And this
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
reason. This is the reason why we have shifted A in the denominator, so that A does not get affected by the value of A. Now this will give you A as 10. Substitute the value of A here and see what you are getting. 10B minus 12B minus 20. So B is minus 5. This is not correct. 10B minus 12B. That will give you minus 2B.
It will be 2b
Minus
equals
20.
minus 20. Minus 20.
Sorry. Minus 20. So minus 10. Correct. Correct. All right. So now if you have A as 10 and B as minus 10, what you are getting? You are getting infinitely many solutions. Okay. Now what is the third case? Third case, they are looking for no solution. No solution means rank of A should not be rank of A by B. In that situation, what should happen? A by 2 minus 5 is 0, but 1 by 6 AB minus 12B minus 2A should not be 0. That's the only situation, right? That means A can be 10, but B is not minus 10. So in that case, this part will not be 0. Hence, you are getting rank of A as 2 and rank of A by B as 3. So that is the situation of inconsistency or no solution. Is this agreeable?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now I want to repeat one thing. When the question is asked for unique solution, mostly children do one mistake. They consider this as well as this. But you should realize that if you are looking for unique solution, the only non-zero thing that you should look for is this. Doesn't matter what it is. Whether it is 0 or it is non-zero does not matter, because that will not affect the rank of A by B. If this is non-zero, then this will be a non-zero rank for A by B as well. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's try and see the third example. I want you to solve this one. Find the value of C for which the system of linear equation has no solution. I'm giving you 2 minutes time. I want you to solve this. I hope you have noted down the question.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm not sharing my screen. I just want you to solve independently.
Ma'am, can you show the question once again?
I'm telling you the question, note down. X plus 2y plus 3y equal x plus 2y plus 3z. There is a mistake in it. X plus 2y plus 3z equals to 1. 3x plus 7y plus cz equals to 2. 2x plus cy plus 12z equals to 3. And you're looking for a condition of no solution. Raise your hand once you are done.
Ma'am, I got two values.
Two values.
Ma'am, 2 and minus 15.
Okay, let others finish.
Okay, ma'am.
Sameer, Gauri.
Ma'am, I'm getting 3 and 6.
Okay. Let's wait one more minute.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Vipin.
Ma'am is 3 and 10.
Okay. Now, I think we have got, yes, Neha.
Ma'am, 3 and 10.
Okay. Pranjal
Excuse me, ma'am.
Goswami. Yes, Pranjal.
Ma'am, 6.
6. Okay. Vanshika.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes, yes,
Ma'am, 9 and
yes.
4.
ma'am, I'm getting 3 and 8.
Okay. Now, many
9
of
and
you have got some answers. Let's
3
see
and
how.
10.
Okay, let's see. Who is saying 3 and 10? Vipin.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Neha also.
Neha also. Okay.
Ma'am, I also.
Okay, let's see what's the situation. Now, once you are finishing this, I'm assuming that you have done in this way. As we had discussed in the previous question, that you try to leave rest of the two corners or two columns unaffected. I hope you have converted it in this manner, that these two columns are not affected, column 1 and column 2. Now when you focus on 3, you are looking for no solution. When you are looking for no solution, that means rank of A should not be rank of A by B, right?
Yeah.
So let us see what will happen. Doesn't matter what is here. What matters is this. So let's see what you have. You have c square minus 13c plus 30 equals to 0. I have taken out minus sign, okay? When you simplify, what will you get? You will get c minus 10 into c minus 3 equals to 0. So C is 10 and 3. Now the question is, when you do not want solution, that means if C is equal to 10, then C can't be equal to 3. Is this accepted or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
When you have C equals to 10, this part will vanish and this part will not vanish.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? But if you put
Okay.
C is equal to 3, then this part will also vanish and this part will also vanish. So what is our answer?
10.
Our answer is
10.
C should be 10 and C should not be 3.
3.
All right. So if we are looking for no solution, then this condition has to be fulfilled. And that is fulfilled by only these two values. That you want rank of A lesser than rank of augmented matrix.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, if C is will be equal to 3, then it will result in infinite solutions.
Obviously, because your rank, what will happen? You will have this situation. This is the situation. When R is less than N, then you will have infinitely many solutions.
Okay, ma'am.
Now the third question, suppose for the same question it is asked, what is the condition of unique solution? When will you get unique solution in this case?
When the rank of A is equal to the rank of augmented matrix.
And when do you get that? No, one more thing.
When rank is equals to number of unknowns.
Yes, that is important for uniqueness.
Ma'am, R equals to N.
R is equal to N. That's the basic requirement. So if you want infinitely many solution, then what is the condition? For infinitely many solution, see, I am writing it. For no solution, C is 10. This gives you no solution. Right? For infinitely many solution, C is 3. Is it understood or not? Because the moment you will put C as 3, this will be 0 and this will be 0. So it will be infinitely many solution. For unique solution, C should not be 10 and C should not be 3. Why so? You don't want 0 here. Are you getting my point? You want this as a non-zero value. If you get this as a non-zero value, that means your rank will be 3. And that is equal to number of unknowns. I want you to think about it. Accepted or not?
Yes.
Very clearly understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
For same question, this same question can be converted in any of the 3 forms or even 4th form also. Okay? So the concept should be clear to you that what is the relationship between rank of A, rank of augmented matrix and number of variables. For consistency, they have to be equal. For uniqueness, this should be equal to n. For consistency and infinitely many, this has to be less. And for no solution, they can't be equal. Right? Is it understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Anybody,
ma'am.
anyone has any doubt in this? Is there anyone who is still not clear?
Ma'am, just one thing.
Hmm?
Ma'am, in the theory of that R minus M and all that, was it necessary?
What is necessary?
Ma'am, in the theory part, when we asked you initially,
Hmm?
Can you explain that once again, or it will come in the questions later?
We have used that beta in the questions only. Same thing we are using. Now I'm repeating it, repeating the theory. Try and understand one more time. See what is given. The first condition, the case 2, the first line. Just see what is written here. Rank of A is equal to rank of A by B. What is this? This is the basic condition of consistency. Doesn't matter what is the relationship of R with N. If you want that solution should exist, then this has to hold. And I have explained it. What does it mean? Now you have 2 things. There are 3 things that are given. One is M, one is N, and one is R. R is the rank, N is the number of variables, and M is the number of equations. Right? Now these cases are their correlation. If your rank is less than the number of equations, obviously you will have 0 rows in the bottom, right? And how many 0 rows? M minus R 0 rows. And I have explained it to you. What does it mean? Like if you have 3 equations and the rank is 2, whatever it is. You have 3 equations and rank is 2, obviously the third row should be 0. Otherwise, how will you say the rank is 2? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
If rank is less than the number of equations, then obviously you will find M minus R rows as 0 rows in echelon form. Okay. Now next part, from these R equations, the values of some R unknowns can be expressed in terms of the remaining n minus R. What does it mean? How many arbitrary values you will take? Like if you have in echelon form, if you have just one equation, this is 2 not Z, okay? If you have one equation and 2 unknowns, that means the rank is 1. So how many arbitrary values you are choosing? This is 2 minus 1, that is 1. So if your rank is less than n, then n minus r unknowns have to be arbitrarily chosen. If I change this, suppose I write it as x plus y plus z is equal to 3. That means what could be the situation? The situation could be like this. Sorry, 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 x y z equals to 3 0 0. After reduction in echelon form, it must be like this, na? Then only you will get this only one equation. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure? After reduction, if you are getting only this equation, that means this should be the situation at the most. Maybe 2 rows, maybe 3 rows, right? So in this situation, how many arbitrary values you can take? See, the rank is 1, n is 3, that means you have to assume 2 values. So if I assume y as something and z as something, then I can find what is x.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the meaning of this particular statement. Now the third part of it. If r is less than n, actually it is the same part which is in continuation. If r is less than n, then n minus r variable can be assigned arbitrary values, which is same thing as it is mentioned here. So in this case, there will be an infinite number of solutions. Obviously, when you are getting arbitrary values, that means you can keep on changing the values. For example, if I put y as 1, then x is 1. If I put y as minus 1, then x will be 3 and so on. You keep on changing the value of the arbitrary number, arbitrary variable. You will get accordingly the different values of the dependent variables. So this is the meaning of this statement. Now the next statement. Last statement, if m is less than n, what does it mean? You have number of equations less than the variables. Number of equations less than variables. If number of equation is less than variable, obviously you will have infinitely many solutions. For example, if you have 2 variables and 1 equation, then one has to be arbitrary value. Agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose you have three variables and 2 equations. Then obviously you will assume one value as arbitrary value. And then accordingly you will find rest of the 2. All right. So I assume you have understood what these cases mean. Agreeable?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I expect you
ma'am.
to solve many questions which is given in assignment as well as in HK Das. Whatever suits you, doesn't matter what suits you. But I expect you to solve. Because unless you solve many questions, you won't be comfortable in it. Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
take your attendance. Please post it in on general also and respond to attendance. Okay.